Good morning from New York City. It's been a long time, and I've decided to kick off season three. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I decided to start with the MVP, the minimal viable product, and maybe just start with one day at a time. It's interesting, the tipping point to actually hook up the microphone and start speaking into it was a text I just sent to a group of my besties on a group chat. I wrote something like, I'm endlessly fascinated by what happens when people stop talking themselves out of things and simply decide to pursue what they desire. It's true, it fascinates me. And the reason that prompted me to hit the record button is because I've been thinking about this for days now. I've been having this desire to come home to myself. The metaphor that came to me was I've been out sailing. I've lost track of all the things that keep me grounded, the rituals that I love, the writing, recording what I do every day, the recording of Dear Constance. All of these things that I am devoted to completely went out the window, everything except meditation, which no matter what, I do that every morning. And I've been having this desire to ground myself. The reason the metaphor of sailing came up for me is it's not that I feel unmoored. I've been on this amazing sailing trip, if you will. And I've come back to the harbor, and slowly but surely, I'm finding my way back to those things that ground me, that reconnect me with myself. And it started yesterday, really, with listening to a podcast. I'm always listening to podcasts here and there, but it's comes down to what I choose to listen to. And yesterday I listened to Tim Ferriss's beautiful, beautiful interview of Elizabeth Gilbert. And I was really struck by her use of language and the way she makes observations about life and the way she articulates herself. It's something I really admire. And I realize that I've been out of the habit of speaking and writing and doing the things that help me find my words. So here I am. I'm ready to get started. And as I said, I'm going to start with a minimal viable product and say that my commitment to you and to myself, really, it's really about the commitment I'm making to myself, is to record and put something out in the world once a week. I really don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I'm going to start with one day a week, Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not sure which. If you'd like to follow along on season three, my suggestion to you is that you hit the notification button on Dear Constance. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. What really prompted me to finally hit the record button was the message that I just wrote to my friends. And the other thing that got me to finally pick up the recorder was I sat down this morning with all of my little ritualistic things, my books, the things that I like to read, the things that ground me, and I picked up my 3-year diary. Now, my 3-year diary is something that I only write in occasionally. If you've never seen one, I love them. It's a very short, like 4 lines. And I usually write in it when I have some aha or a feeling I want to capture. It's more of a poetic thing for me. I'm not writing what I'm doing. It's more about an observation, a thought, a feeling, whatever. So I picked it up this morning for the first time in many months, and I was surprised to see that I had written something on October 1st, 2023. So October 1st, 2023 was a very important day for me because it was the day I landed in Mexico City. And if you've not listened to Dear Constance in the past, last year I decided that I needed to leave New York. I didn't know why or where I wanted to go. And I started a 5-month, let's call it journey, a 5-month journey with one-way tickets. I decided that I was going to go outside of my comfort zone. I was going to explore the edges. I was not traveling to tell a story. It was really a journey inward. And the way I gamified it or made it fun for myself was I bought one-way tickets. I didn't have an agenda. And it was really good for me. It opened up my world in a really significant way. So I'd like to go back and listen to some of what Liz Gilbert had to say to Tim Ferriss. She really had a lot of wisdom and insight. I really enjoyed the interview, and I'm not really ready to talk about it. But there is one thing that she said that I'll share to end today. She was talking about the fact that we don't always have to be on duty every moment. that really resonated with me because I tend to judge my days by how quote unquote productive I am. Now, that can be productive doing things or productive energetically, emotionally, spiritually. And she was talking about noticing how we speak towards ourselves. And I like that language. She didn't say how we speak to ourselves. She said how we speak towards ourselves. That judgmental language we use, even if it's just in our head. And in my case, I often write down unproductive. I was unproductive, very judgmental. So it really resonated with me when she said, you don't have to be on duty at every moment. That's something I really want to internalize more. And I like that language of paying attention to how you speak towards yourself. And it's funny, I'm looking at all the little notes I've written to myself, and I love so many things that she said, but I'm going to end with that for today. Pay attention. I want to pay attention to how I'm speaking towards myself. And yeah, I don't have to be on duty at every moment. I'll end there. It feels really good to have gotten to the start line. Welcome to season 3 of Dear Constance. Until next time, from my heart to yours.